Welcome, my magical souls. Welcome to your pick a card reading today. In today's pick a card reading, we are going to be looking at just a short overview of 2025. Now, this isn't going to be a detailed video. I will be doing a detailed reading of 2025 later in the year, probably towards maybe in the end of December. But this one is just going to be a short overview. Okay, it's just going to get possibly the main themes and the most important information. We have 4 piles for you to choose from. So yes, I've turned them over. You can see exactly what the cards are. There is a message behind the cards that you can't see. I will read that once I get to your pile. So choose the card that you're drawn to. You can choose by the keyword or the picture or just whatever your intuition is telling you. So let's get into it. Let's get your magical moments. Let's see what comes through. I'm so excited. Let's start with number 1 with the surprise card. Okay, so pile number 1. If you chose surprise as your card, let's have a look and turn it over. Okay, what's happening in 2025? Let's see. Let's just read it. Release your expectations. Be open to a surprise. So you could be receiving a huge surprise in 2025. I think there's going to be a major shift, I want to say I just heard shake up. There's something coming in 2025 that you can't even expect. It will prove to be a surprise to you. And I also heard your family, your friends, everyone around you will be surprised as well. I even think you're going to surprise yourself. So this is interesting. For some of you, it's an achievement, just what I channeled, but we'll have a look at the other cards. But there's a surprise coming. It's interesting how it's just one surprise. There could be many, but I'm just feeling like there's one big surprise. There could be one big event or something that happens, and then it could just really improve, oh my god, your whole life. Wow. All right, you chose this card. Let's get into it. I'm going to include it in the deck, okay, in the spread. So let's see. Let's see what's coming through. What's happening in 2025? Just an overview, Spirit. I have a lot of cards that I'm still going to use in this reading. I shuffle on camera so you guys can see that I don't pull any of the cards in particular. All the connections between the cards are entirely Spirit. Okay, I will channel if I feel drawn to pile number 1, so let's get into it. What's coming in 2025? Oh my god, I'm just getting this a vision of a surfer just riding the waves and doing it really, really well. Now that could just be a metaphor. That could be a metaphor of, waves could be certain emotions or experiences that you face in 2025, but the way that you do it is, I just get this energy of skillfulness, mastery. So maybe in 2025, maybe there's some sort of, you could be learning something new, but there's an art. There's something that you have mastered, is what I'm feeling, okay? Some of you guys could be surfers, but you are riding the waves effortlessly, is what I'm seeing in my mind in this vision. You're having fun while you're doing it. So something to do with the ocean, literally, could be significant. You could be a surfer, but I feel it's more of a metaphor of, it doesn't matter what's being thrown at me, I can skillfully manage the situation. Okay, maybe it's how to take it to your advantage. Yeah, there's something difficult that you've mastered maybe. Let's see, I'm gonna keep going. I feel for some reason I just heard you can read people really, really well. So maybe there is some sort of ability to understand other people in 2025, and maybe that's coming from a place of some sort of inner integration within yourself, because learning your inner world, it just brings about so much more emotional maturity in order to understand other people and the way that they act towards you. So I'm kind of feeling like you are understanding how to respond in certain situations with people a lot more readily and how do I say it, sensitively. So if you in 2024 had some challenges with dealing with certain people in your life that you come across or that are permanently in your life, in terms of like maybe relationships, I can definitely sense that there's been some tension or some friction within those relationships. And there's been this need or desire to know how to handle these relationships or these interpersonal relationships. 2025, you are understanding how to not take on other people's energy or be able to take certain interactions personally and react. So there's this, I just feel, Spirit's giving me this vision of you're talking to someone and they're pissing you off, and usually you would respond with yelling at them, or it could even be just storming off and not wanting to confront the issue. 2025, you are not letting people affect you, trigger you, annoy you. I don't know whether you've done some sort of emotional inner healing where you are facing some wounds within yourself to help you not take things so personally when it comes to your relationships. So wow, that's huge in terms of inner peace, in terms of being able to be independent and give yourself certain needs that maybe you once expected from others. You are definitely becoming more independent in 2025. Maybe there's been an emotionally draining situation in 2024, which maybe took up a lot of your time. There was some codependency that was just, it may not even be codependency. It could just be that there was an emotionally draining person in your life in 2024 that took up a lot of your time. Now there's this sense of freedom. There's this sense of maybe, understanding that you have the responsibility to take control of your reactions. So you're changing the way that you react in interpersonal relationships in 2025, and that's entirely from my channeling. So that's really, really interesting. You could even be shaking up your social circle. You could even be deciding to choose who you want to spend your time with. Relationships are a big focus in 2025, or just how you navigate them in order for your own peace of mind, in order for your own happiness, your own, to protect yourself, to protect your life, your goals, your dreams, how you want to be in the world. So I've pulled over your cards. Let's have a look. We have two cards that turned over, so they are the cards that want to be seen first, and we have Magician and the Mirror, and we have Cancer. You could be a Cancer. There could be a Cancer person that's significant in your life in 2025, or Cancer could just represent, oh my God, so much. Cancer could represent so much, but basically nurturing, comfort, and emotional stability. I am sensing also with Cancer your ability to be okay with certain emotions that you were not once okay with. You maybe pushed them under the rug, or you didn't want to deal with them, or you just sort of did some kind of automatic reaction that you are not even aware of that produced some very, I don't know, devastating consequences. Like, I'm just getting a lot of arguing in my vision. I'm getting a lot of tension, conflicts with the Cancer card. Just because of, I just heard tiptoeing around people's emotions. It's just all very enmeshed, uncomfortable emotions that you possibly didn't maybe know how to deal with, which is totally understandable. And I just heard, like, Cancer is the crab, which has a shell, so you're just sort of like retreating in your shell to protect yourself. In 2025, you are, I want to say, transcending with the magician in the mirror. Magician in the mirror, you have a mirror there. Mirror is always reflection, okay? There's this massive, massive theme of trying to really get in touch with who you are, what you stand for, your emotional needs, your what makes you feel good, and what doesn't make you feel good. Becoming a lot more self-aware. And it's so fitting how I did this channel with the whole people triggering certain parts of yourself, maybe some wounds that you haven't healed, or some repressed trauma. It's coming out. People are using you as their mirror, and you're not getting lost in the reflections anymore. You're seeing the behavior for what it is. There's this, definitely with the Cancer and the Magician, there's just this very, how do I say it? Like, you go to a magic show and you are you're seeing a performance, you're seeing magic. And the people on the stage, they make you believe that what they're doing is complete magic, whereas there is a trick to it. So I am sensing that you're not being tricked by other people, or even yourself. So you are understanding your emotional needs in 2025. You're also not going to be getting emotionally manipulated by other people. Now, I want to highlight here that this doesn't mean that you're not going to have any sort of tension between people or relationships in 2025. That's a given, guys. You can't have peaceful relationships 24/7. You're constantly changing. Other people are constantly changing. Nothing is stagnant and still and perfect. We're all imperfect. We're all sort of just like a seesaw juggling around everyone's level of awareness. But your level of awareness has increased. And that's what I'm trying to say here. So when your level of awareness has increased and you understand your emotions and you understand that other people's behaviors and responses are not your responsibility. And to come to some sort of acceptance around the way other people are behaving towards you, without accepting them, you don't have to be around them. You don't have to accept if they're treating you badly. But there is this new way of seeing someone's behavior, new way of seeing a relationship. I want to give some examples because this is kind of vague, the way that I'm speaking it, and it feels abstract. So let's get some examples, Spirit. Okay, this is interesting. You observe a pattern within someone's behavior that you didn't once observe. Maybe you notice that a certain person starts to yell at you when you raise your voice, or when you do something in particular, some sort of detail gets highlighted to you. That's the awareness part, and you being aware with that shifts the dynamic of the relationship. It shifts the dynamic of the whole interaction, and you have this power or this responsibility because you're aware. So you can change the situation. Maybe instead of yelling, you walk away. And the person that you're having an argument with is like, oh my God, what did they just do? That's not their normal behavior pattern. Okay. I don't know. There's some massive changes with the way that you interact with people, pile number one. And it's really, really exciting because it just shows that maybe you don't want to tolerate being tricked or not seeing a situation clearly. If you've been feeling confused in relationships, I think there is a massive clarity coming in 2025. You could be assessing your relationships. I don't want to be around these type of people. I want this type of person in my life. I would really like to have this type of interaction. I think you're growing. Power number one, massively. And when we grow, when we become aware, that's when our relationships dramatically shift. We the ones that don't hold that much value or importance start to fall away. So you could start to have this develop in 2025. Relationships that aren't giving you any satisfaction or value or importance or any reciprocation, they're going to fall away. And you're going to invite new relationships in. Let's have a look at the other cards. We have the Moon Maiden. So it's really interesting. Cancer is ruled by the moon, and then we have the moon here. Moon is such an interesting planet. We will get to it. A divine masculine. I feel like turning all your cards over rather than reading them one by one because I like the connections between the cards. Okay, let's just turn your zodiac sign. We have Aries. Nice. I love that you have Aries in this reading. Aries is very significant. It is the center of your card. You could be an Aries. You could have Aries in your chart. But I think the Aries is more a significance of your self-empowerment, your self-importance. So I'll get to that in a minute. We have isolation and lack of connections. Look at that. I don't see the cards. It's just so interesting to see the connections between my channeling and the cards. All right, we'll get to that in a second. I'm sure you know what that means. We have family, friends, and guides. So your friends, your family. But usually this card represents your spirit team, your guides. But I'm also sensing here family, friends are significant here as well. So let's turn over. We have planning. Peru could be significant. This is a beautiful deck. This represents, this deck is just a lot of different countries, a lot of different cultures. It's really, really nice. So I get such a nice energy with this card. Okay, all right, let's get into it. Let's see all the magical moments. Let's see the connections. Let's see 2025. I'm also going to get more cards as well. So surprise. Now let's go back to the surprise card because I am sensing that someone is coming in. This is all about relationships, connections. If I see anything, we're talking about the main themes. So I'm not going into huge details. That's another reading, like I said. So if I talk about a theme religiously here, that is your main theme in 2025. But the surprise card is giving me this vibe. Aries, I'm feeling like it's someone. I'm feeling like it can be someone new coming in. We have the new beginnings here. Can you see here, new beginnings? With the moon maiden, okay? There's this, I feel like this lady is, I was going to say a mermaid, but I feel like she has feet. But she's holding up the moon. She's holding up the moon. Wow. The moon is the unknown. It's what you cannot see. You cannot see. The moon is mysterious. The moon is feminine. Something will be revealed to you with the surprise card, okay? And it's a new beginning with a person, okay? And if it's not a person, it is you, your identity. You're getting a more thorough, clearer understanding of who you are. And by that, I forgot to tell you, like the more you start to understand who you are, the more friction and issues that will come up in your relationships, okay? Because you're not settling for less. You're not acting like everyone else. You're actually starting to develop, you know, who you think you should be and who you want to be and what your values are and how you want to act in the world. And so that ultimately starts to create some distance and some separation among the people around you. That is happening. Aries is such a self-confident person. They strive to have their own identity. They're very independent, you know. Whereas Cancer, I think, on the other hand, can be quite, I don't want to say it can be quite codependent. So there is this wake up call with, you know, this is who I want to be. This is who I am. And I want my relationships to reflect or to encourage this new person that I am, or this new developed identity that I am sticking with. We are constantly growing and evolving, okay? You know, your identity is shifting and changing. But I think there's a massive shift in your identity in 2025, like who you are, what you want, where you're going. Maybe some of you guys realize that you want to go in a certain direction. Let's see. I don't know. It will be different for all of you. You could realize that you want to get serious about something that you're passionate about in 2025. Maybe you've set some goals and maybe you want to align your identity to reflect the goals that you're striving towards. This Aries card, this knight is on a horse. So he's on a mission. He is taking action. He's taking some very serious action. It's also very masculine energy, and we have the masculine here, the divine masculine. You know, we could say that there could be a significant masculine coming in 2025, but we can also say that you are focusing more on your divine masculine, okay? Especially tied with the magician in the mirror. So you're having a look at yourself and you're taking care of yourself. You care about yourself and how you show up in the world in 2025. You care maybe you want to, I keep getting this energy of like you want to come off a lot more confident, and maybe you weren't that confident. Maybe you were more, submissive and passive and anxious. And now in 2025, you are stepping more into, I'm going to take risks. I know what's good for me. I know what's best for me. Like there's definitely this Aries energy of I know what's best for me. I don't follow anyone. I am my own independent spirit. I am the warrior. It's interesting, like Aries is the baby of the zodiac sign, but the most my God, has the most impact, I find. And also Aries is the beginning of the zodiac, and we have new beginnings. So lots of newness in 2025, lots of newness, but it comes from shifting yourself in some way. We have what do you feel over here. Can you see them? Yeah, you can. Oh God, not really. Can't really see all of it. I'm experimenting with my setup, guys, so just have to bear with me. All right. What do you feel? Feeling. Then we have Cancer, feeling. She's juggling an orange and an apple. How are you going to know the right relationships for you in 2025 is basically how you feel around them. Do you feel stressed when you're around people? Do you feel like inspired? I think this Aries card is giving me this inspired, I'm going to crush my goals. I'm going to make it work. I'm going to take the lead rather than the back seat. And I think, yes, the surprise could be that you have a completely different network, completely different social network, completely different group of friends. I think more what's going to happen is if you have some people in your life that you're not 100% deeply connected to, that you can talk about anything, that you trust, I think those relationships will take the backseat. They will sort of naturally fall away without you even having to do anything. Because I kind of feel like they'll be intimidated by you, or, they won't know how to handle your new warrior spirit that I'm feeling. Let's go here with the lack of connections, which is interesting because I was channeling and it comes through isolation. Now, I don't think you're going to feel isolated, right? You're going to be grateful that the certain connections in your life that were draining you have somehow they've left your life. And if they haven't left your life, they're just sort of on the back burner. They're not interrupting you. They're not taking so much of your time. It's really interesting. When you start to take more care of yourself and look after yourself and be in charge of your life, people will actually respect that, even if they don't want to admit it. People like confident people. It's just how it is. You may actually find people that you sort of don't really talk to, or you've kind of fallen out in touch with, come back into your life. Now, whether you want to, reconnect and rekindle a relationship with some people that have fallen out of your life, that will be up to you. But you are setting the tone for the type of relationships you want. There will be sometimes this element of I'd rather be alone than be connected with this person or have this person's company, and that's fine. Yeah, wow. We also have planning with the isolation card. This is just you organizing your relationships around you and what you're doing in your life and where you want to go. So maybe some of you guys really want to get into an area. So I'm just hearing fitness. So if you guys are wanting to get into the area of fitness, really level up with your fitness, maybe you're going to hang around people that are fit and people that know a lot about fitness, okay? If you're really wanting to learn about a certain subject in your university or school, you're going to hang around people that are sort of wanting to learn the same topics or in the same classes. There's just this connecting with people that are on the same sort of path as you and that you have things in common with. Now, we also have family, friends, and guides. Okay, so this is a very spiritual card, and it's spiritual in the sense of you are possibly going to connect more with your guides. You have certain guides working with you. The family and the friends is giving me this vibe of it could be your family and friends in your current life. They may play some sort of importance in 2025. Like I said with my channeling, there'll be some different dynamics, different ways of relating with your friends and your family, okay? But also the family and friends could represent those that have crossed over. They are looking after you. They are guiding you. They say trust your feeling, trust your gut. She is trying to juggle the apple and the orange. Makes me feel like you're trying to juggle your relationships. You will be juggling many. Or how can you juggle your relationships so that it works for you with the Aries? Aries can be selfish, and I'm saying selfish in the best way possible. It's time for you to be selfish. It's time to put yourself first, not your relationships. Even if you're in a relationship, and it's great, it's perfect, it's helpful, it's stable, it's bringing out the best in you. Okay? Those are the relationships that you need. But still, you have to maintain your own autonomy. Yourself will be the focus in 2025. Say you're in a long-term relationship or you're in a relationship and it's just been all about the other person and you're just sort of being there for them and it's just being the way given to the circumstances that the other person requires the more attention and the more focus and the more care, and that your needs have to be put on the back burner. Sometimes it happens, especially if you're in long-term relationships. It sort of goes back and forth with who gets the most attention or who's flourishing more than the other. You can't both flourish at a accelerated rate. It's kind of like a seesaw. For 2025, you're flourishing. Your need to be put out there. You're in the limelight. You're succeeding. It's going to be about you. It's going to be about you, which is really exciting. I think the surprise here as well is you're going to surprise yourself with this Aries energy. I don't know if you're already in Aries. Okay, I can't say you can be any more Aries, but maybe you lost yourself in some way if you are an Aries. Now you're coming back to who you are. I always like to say that with astrology and your sun sign, there's just so many factors into your birth chart. So, you may be an Aries, but you don't actually resonate with that because there's so many other placements that actually have a more stronger effect on your personality. That may be the case, but I just definitely think this Aries energy is coming through, regardless what sign you are, okay? You're going to be so surprised with how you act and how you take initiative and how confident you are. And maybe you decide to maybe you're going to be cutthroat. Maybe you're going to be like, this person wastes my time. Goodbye. And then you're surprised with how cutthroat you are and how blunt you are and how you are taking charge of, being assertive and confident, because that can be quite hard to do, especially if you are not used to that or you are more diplomatic and more accommodating for people. That's not happening in 2025. You could be accommodating, but you're putting yourself first. And that's it. That's the main theme here, okay, in 2025. Let's get a little bit more. Let's get some intuitive messages, okay? Like I said, this isn't going to be a detailed, covering all different areas of your life in 2025. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe so you can see that video when I post it. I just wanted to do an overview, what's the main theme, what's going to happen. And look at this, go meet new people. Someone meets a person exactly like you. Isn't that crazy? We're just talking about that. New people coming in, new beginnings and new people. Maybe there's someone that comes in that just absolutely surprises you. It could be this Aries. It could be someone coming in that's an Aries as well. I don't want to neglect that possibility. But someone's coming in that, yeah, that is like you, that wants to meet you. We also have think outside the box. You were not meant to follow the crowd. Oh my God. How fitting is this? This is so amazing. You are breaking outside the box. You're just going to tear that whole box down. You're not staying inside the box. You're not following the crowd. I mean, I kind of feel like following the crowd is going along with what everyone else wants of you, what everyone else wants you to do. I just definitely get this energy of like, if there are some people in your life telling you how to live your life, 2025, no, that's not happening. You determine how to live your life. I think there's also going to be some realizations of like, if I want to be where I want to be, I need to get out of the, how do I say it? The oh my God, the network that I'm in, the environment that I'm in, the people that I'm around. But also, you need to get away from the crowd. You're not meant to follow the crowd, Spirit says. We also have mega attraction. Wow, right on Aries. You're going to be very attractive. Also, I want to say, once we know who we are, or once we have a little bit more of an understanding of who we want to be and our values, we're instantly very, very attractive. Because there's this sureness within you. I just feel Aries is automatically very attractive. Because they won't take no for an answer in certain situations, okay? They won't back down, and they're definitely not assigned to be told what to do. They've got to do it in their own way, and they will compromise. They will come to your understanding if you respect their individuality. So I think there's something about you branching out that highlights to other people who you are. You're not blending. You're not like, if you go to a crowd and everyone's wearing yellow clothing, they're all just going to blend, right? But there you are wearing this amazing red outfit and all eyes are on you. There's something like that happening, okay? You decide, I'm not going to wear yellow, I'm going to wear red. It doesn't have to be that situation, but there's just something where you stand out because it's you deciding that you don't want to follow the crowd, you don't want to do what everyone else is doing. So good on you. That's something to focus on, I would say. If there's something a little bit scary that you're like, oh, what are people going to think of me? You've got Aries here. You've got the divine masculine. You've got your guides here. Aries can face fears. They can face challenges head on. They're very, very brave. You could be becoming very brave in 2025. Not being afraid of backing out of challenges, but, facing them and getting through them. And those experiences, when we face challenges and we use those challenges as ways to empower us and to grow and to heal and to discover our potential, that is what makes life meaningful. So your life is going to feel so much more enriching and powerful and adventurous in 2025. Just get two more. Take a risk. Oh my God, yes. Take a risk. You will be. The reward will be beyond your wildest dreams. So you'll be taking a risk. We also have someone thinks you're perfect for them. They fantasize about you all the time. Now, it's interesting. Okay. So, I think there's going to be a lot of people that could be fantasizing about you, partner one. You may not even know it. But there's something maybe where you decide to cut someone off and they just cannot get you out of their mind. They are just so fixated on you because you said no. And some people can't handle that, but that's not your problem. But also it could just be something where, someone really, really admires you or really likes you. And maybe they're going to plan to come forward when they're ready, or look at the mega attraction, okay? There's definitely a lot of eyes on you in 2025. It's given to your leveling up in yourself, confidence in your self-belief, and it's almost like, life's too short is what I'm getting here. So 2025 is like, I'm going to take the action. I'm not going to sit back. I'm not going to wait for life to come to me. I'm going to make the life that I want. And I need to make sure that I have a good people around me, because you end up becoming the people that you're around, or the people that you're around have such a big influence on you. Okay, so yes, that's what's happening in 2025. So part number 1, that was your reading. I hope there was something there that resonated. If you liked my reading, you like my style of reading and my energy, make sure to subscribe for future readings. And hopefully I'll see you in the full detailed video of 2025 when that comes, or just in my next video. Okay, let's get to pile number 2. Oh my god. Pile number 2, I'm so sorry. Pile number 1 just went so long, but that's okay. Let's get into your snapshot of 2025. This is just a snapshot. This is an overview. We may get like a major theme. We may just what, in a nutshell, the most important things you need to know about 2025. I will do a detailed 2025 reading later, so subscribe if you're not for that reading. So let's get into it. You chose a sovereign. Look at that. Look at that crown. Let's read it. You are the queen of your life. Treat yourself like royalty. Okay. Ooh, so maybe you guys are giving to yourself in 2025. You're deciding that you are a queen. You will not be given treatment less that of a queen. Okay, you're royalty here. I also am sensing here that you're going to be taking good care of yourself. Just, physically. It doesn't have to be just physically. It could be mentally, spiritually, emotionally. You're just taking really good care of yourself because you respect yourself. I also feel with this, just channeling before I get your cards, is that you could be leveling up in terms of a position. Something in 2025, you could be changing positions, whether that's, it could be in any area of your life. We'll have a look at the cards. It could be in your career. It could be in your relationships. Your relationships could be leveling up. Your health, your career. It could be more than one area. It's just, this is a very, I just say prestigious, entitled kind of card where your role, there's some sort of role change. Okay, maybe you go from single to relationship. Maybe you go from relationship to marriage. Maybe you go from marriage or relationship to having a baby. There's something here, okay? Maybe you do. I just am getting so many channels. Let me get the cards, and then I'll keep getting the challenge. The channels will be here all day. You could be. I just got this vision of deciding to quit a job and just to go quit like an office job, or quit a sedentary job position and go traveling and working at the same time. I heard that for someone. There's so many scenarios, but I would say, dramatic change because of the way you see yourself. Because you attract the way you are, basically, so if you think you're a queen or a king, you will be receiving. You'll be receiving a lot of big things. I feel like this is on a large scale. So change on a large scale. Like I said before, maybe you go from working for an employer to having your own business and it being successful. I also see here as I channel this hat. Like, look, what is it? It's a crown. It's a hat. So you're playing a different role. So I really, really feel, even if you have a business right now, you could be scaling that business. Something is scaling. You've got to have more of something. Pile number 2. All right, let's get into the channel. Let's see. There's also could be this energy of people treating you differently, because people do treat royal figures differently, right? There's also something you could have something that's a little bit exclusive in 2025. You have something that not a lot of people have. Not that, it's kind of giving me VIP vibes, or it's just maybe you have some access that other people don't. Maybe there's something that you have access to that not many people do. 2025. Spirit just gave me this vision of like going business class rather than economy on the plane. So there's just something like that. It's not for the general public is what I'm feeling here, okay? All right, let's get a bit more of your cards. 2025 Spirit. What's the overall? Yeah. I'm getting travel as well, guys. Travel's coming through. Maybe you could even be getting paid, getting shouted to fly to a different country. Like, you're getting royal treatment, Maybe you get offered, you get stuff for free, because of some sort of position or what you're all about. Very interesting. Whoa. So luxury in 2025. I want to say that, okay? Luxury 100%. Maybe you're able to go from buying yourself more general, affordable clothing to very prestigious designer brands. That's what I'm feeling here. So it could be a level up in your finances so that you can afford these luxuries. I'm just trying to we'll have a look at the cards, but I'm trying to figure out how you get this sort of special treatment. Let's see. What else is coming through? I think you will, if you have a vision board, I think this is pile number 2. Make a vision board, please, for 2025, because I'm just seeing that everything on your vision board has come true in 2025. So yeah, maybe think about exactly what you want, because I'm trying to figure out, all right, so how are they able to afford this designer brand? Does their business scale? Do they sell a product, or that just does really well? How do they make the money? Like, how are they making the money? But I'm not getting any sort of specific like a stream of income or finances coming through. I'm getting that you're just at the right place at the right time, where it's given to you. It's just given to you for free. Like, wow, maybe you know some people. Maybe you meet someone and they're like, hey, I really want to buy you this $4,000 designer handbag. I want to give it to you because, I see. Okay, Spirit's like trying to tell me that maybe there's a way that you've made an impact to other people, or there's a way that you have made a difference to people in 2025, or there's something here where people want to give back to you. But it's not through money, it's through like a free trip or no, there's just, it's really interesting. We'll get to the cards. Like, what else? What other channels want to come through, Spirit? You're really living it up in 2025, okay? I don't want to say that your business doesn't grow. Maybe you do end up making a lot of money, but that allows you to have that luxury lifestyle. I don't want to rule that out, but I'm really seeing as a vision, what Spirit's bringing through to me is that actually people want to give you free stuff. People want to give you fine things, you know? It could even be like, please, I'm opening up a restaurant and I really want you to come and try my 5-star course meal. Please come. Like, and you're like, oh yeah, sure. And then, yeah, it's just really, really nice. Maybe you're at this, you're in a very high vibration and you're attracting all this to you. Because, yeah, if you feel like you're the queen of your life, you are going to attract these luxurious, high quality experiences. All right, what else is coming through? And if you don't feel like you are a queen of your life, or you are, let's turn this over. If you are royalty, you're going to start to do that in 2025. And you're going to see the repercussions of it. You're going to be like, oh my God, me loving myself and looking after myself is really paying off because I'm suddenly getting all this attraction. Or people are respecting me more. You're going to see the impact of yeah, being a queen. Now, see what this card is. All right, let's have a look at your cards. They're all face down, so that's very interesting. I'll try to get them all in the camera for you. There they are. Sometimes the cards turn over, and that means they want to be seen, they want to be read. They're called the pick me cards, but no, yours are hidden. So that could mean that, you know, this is what gets revealed in 2025. Your queen, you could be in your queen era, your royal era, your era of just receiving luxury and abundance. And, you know, if you don't, I know it sounds all very material, and if you're not a material person and you're just like a simple person that just likes to be in nature, into very comfy clothes, barefoot, listening to the sounds of the birds, the trees, that's still a luxury. Okay. It doesn't have to be traditionally what we see in society as, okay, how much does that cost? You know, or how much, you know, everything is based by money. Whereas I think a lot of these luxuries that are material are not the real luxuries in life. You know, I think having time, having freedom, you know, freedom to do what you want, having really good people around you that you get along with, you know, really nice, healthy connections are a luxury. So I don't entirely mean that the luxuries that you're getting in your life are going to be material. They could be in that sort of scope, but it could be what the ones that aren't, you know, based on money. It could be freeing up your timetable, your schedule, having more availability to give back to yourself. Yeah. So there could be those kind of luxuries as well, but regardless, you're getting free stuff. So wow, people want to give to you. I just saw in my mind someone's going to give you an animal, and you're like, oh my God, like, please have this dog. Or I just see an animal with a big bow on it. That's what I just got a vision of. Some of you guys could be getting a pet. Okay, let's have a look at the cards. We have patience. We have a bully. We have envy. I'm going to turn them all over. We have the vast universe, which I absolutely love that card. We have act as if. Turn them all over. I'm going to turn them all over before I explain them. We have the winter's dream, gestation period. We have community, personal or professional connections. That's a very significant card. I just felt it. We have temperance. Temperance. And what is your astrology card? Cancer. And then that was the card that I showed you. Okay. Right here. Where do I want to start? Let's start over here. We have the envy card. Now, I looked at this card here. This is Buddha. Buddha is, I want to say, such a prominent figure, okay? They are like Buddha is an ascended master. You have the energy of an ascended master. Your energy could be ascending. Like, I just feel ultimately, you could be getting a lot more known. People could you're getting a better reputation. And that was not what I meant to say, better reputation. How do I explain it, Spirit? Your reputation is changing. The way that people see of you, think of you is changing, okay? It could be to do with the work that you're doing. It could be to do with the way that you're leveling up spiritually, especially with the Buddha, okay? With the Buddha. This is so important here. 28, there could be something about that number, 28. Because we have 28 here. We have two 28s. We have acceptance. Eclipse in Cancer. Cancer could be significant. You could be a Cancer. You don't have to be. But Cancer is the energy of, I feel here, emotional security and stability. We also have a domestic development. Something could be happening in the home front. There could be changes in the home front. I do sense here there is something about travel, especially with the vast universe. The vast universe is a really amazing card for manifestation. So what you put out there, you get back. So I want you to be very, very wary with your intentions, because I think you're going to be like a magnet for attracting what it is that you want in 2025. It's just going to come to you very, 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 very quickly. Also, there's something about here with what your environment at home looks like. And that's going to be very important to your well-being. So where do you find the most security? Like where is your sacred space? There's something about developing a sacred space. This Buddha is sitting under the tree meditating. Buddha reaches enlightenment. But I also sense travel. So it's really kind of, maybe your sacred space is within you. And as you travel, your mind expands, or you start to sort of have these experiences, that are quite eye-opening and amazing. So 2025, you are going to be getting out there. You're going to be getting out there. You could be traveling a lot more. You could be having all these new experiences. You could even relocate. We have the chameleon spirit, act as if. So chameleons can adapt to any sort of environment to camouflage themselves. There's a very protective energy here as well with the Cancer and the chameleon. You're able to protect yourself in any situation. You're able to handle any situation. So when you're able to handle any situation, wow, you get given more and more experiences to have. I just get this vision of a bucket list, and you're ticking them off in 2025. Like, there's a fast energy here. There's also an energy of like Jupiter. I know that you don't have Jupiter here, but it's just giving me this expansion of abundance due to your, I don't know, due to your personal growth, to treating yourself as a queen. You know, starting to treat yourself as a queen starts from the inside. It's not just a superficial way of being. It's not just what you're wearing or how you look. It comes really from deep within, like a self-acceptance of yourself, of, you know, the importance that you really feel within yourself. And that's why we have acceptance here. So maybe you really understand what you deserve in 2025, and you start to put out those intentions, and they, oh my God, you just see the abundance that you start to reap. We have temperance. Temperance is healing, massive healing. You know, I also feel temperance to be quite a spiritual healing, or having spiritual experiences in 2025. So, you know, when we go through new experiences, or I just think you're traveling, okay? If you don't think you're traveling, you're having new experiences that evolve your soul and your spirit. Personal and professional connections, they could be changing. You could have a community. Like I said before, remember how I said that people want to give back to you? People are going to be generous. Your profession could change. But these are connections that want to help you, okay? I usually sometimes say with the community card that you're helping other people. Maybe you are. But I'm sensing with this community card is that people are going to want to give to you. We have the winter's dream gestation period, okay? You could currently be in a period where things are a little bit stagnant. Things are a little bit taking a while to show itself. Or so an example of what I'm getting through this card, if you're putting a lot of action into something and you're not seeing results, I think in 2025 the best way to start to see that is to start to be more clearer with your intentions, and to act as if what it is that you want in your life is already in your life. Especially with the Queen here, it's like treat yourself like royalty, even if you don't feel as if you have that lifestyle as a queen, as a king. Start to live as if, you know, your life is a queen. I also feel with the chameleon is like adapting. You're very flexible. You can adapt to situations. You're just you're very valuable in 2025. And yes, people may envy you being in your royal era, I kind of feel like the Queen is kind of like your higher self. You've really tapped into that energy of your higher self. We have the Bully card, highlights your tendency to intimidate others. You will be intimidating. I mean, and don't see it as a bad thing, okay? I feel like if you don't have haters, if you don't have people trying to tear you down, if you don't have people that have some sort of issue with you, you're not standing for anything. You're not standing for anything. You're just sort of being what that other person want to see within themselves, right? You're not taming any lions. You are the lion. And I think that can be quite intimidating. So don't stress about that bully card. I think it's just, people are going to be envious of you. I don't think it's people wanting to bully you per se. I think it's more, I think that they can't bully you anymore, which is very, very powerful. Let's have a little look here. Let's get a few more cards. Like I said, guys, this is just a overview, all right? There will be a detailed reading. So subscribe if you haven't to get that video. We have a teacher. We have the wolf. Okay, you could be a teacher. It's interesting because like Buddha, you know, oh my God, a lot of people want to learn from Buddha. Like there's people may want to learn from you. People may want to be like, you know, how do you do that? How can I do that? You may actually play the role of a mentor in 2025. Getting a little bit more cards. We have, wow. You may like wolves, okay? Wolves are interesting because they can both be they can be protective of their loved ones. Wolf, you know, they come in packs, but they can also be okay with being alone. So it kind of gives me this vibe with the community. So you could be, yes, you could be leading a community already. I think it's more that. If you are leading a community right now, or if you have some sort of influence over, you know, a lot of people, like a group of people, a team of people, you are taking that to the next level. I think, okay, you're going to have more attention put on you. More responsibility, more power, more expertise, more, with the teacher card. We have Avalon Priestess, Intuitive Awakening. Wow, with the vast universe, intuitive awakening. So your intuition could be expanding. What I kind of feel like this, you are a priestess. You are a master manifestor. This is just giving me this vibe. What do we do with candles? We light intentions with candles. Whenever I look at this candle, I'm always like, okay, so I'm going to light an intention, and I'm gonna leave it to spirit. I'm gonna leave it to the universe. The universe will provide, and the universe will provide. Oh my God, 2020. Like I've been having some experience lately where I put an intention out, I see in an hour that it's delivered, or I put certain intentions out, and it comes true. Like what I put out, if I forget about it, if I don't hold on so tightly, and you know, I have faith in spirit and the universe to bring me my intention, I often find, well, more than often, that it comes through very, very quickly. And it's almost, there's going to be a ripple effect for you guys, I feel, in 2025, that you're just going to find that things are just, you are manifesting like mad, manifesting like crazy. Wow. Okay, let's just get one more card and I'll get some intuitive messages for you. Pile number 2. Focus. Focus. Crystals. Crystals could be significant. Maybe working with certain crystals, especially with the Temperance card. Certain crystals, maybe for manifesting, maybe look into that. You could like crystals, you could have a crystal collection, you could be expanding your crystal collection, but it's landing on the act as if. So there could be some crystals that will help you with bringing through your intentions. Or I'm also sensing increase your spiritual awareness and your spiritual gifts and ability, and most of all your connection with spirit, your connection with source. Because there's definitely this beautiful aligned wholeness, appreciation of something bigger than yourself here. And that's just, when you embody that energy, there's just so much that comes your way. Like, you just attract, you're a magnet in 2025, a magnet. So let's get your intuitive messages before we finish your reading. Pile number 2, and it was, oh my god, it's nearly going to be 1, 1, 1. Oh my god, it is. Oh my god. So angel numbers could be significant. Let's have a look. What's some intuitive messages? Magic. Oh my goodness. Yes. Your life will be quite magical in 2025. Okay, a lot of magic's going to happen. You could be working with magic. We have ego death. Oh my god, what is the most magical thing? Is ego death. You know, when we have an ego death, that is the most irritating thing for other people that are not, that haven't experienced a certain ego death in their life, you know. So that's where the bully's coming in. So just don't worry about that. We have broken. Okay. I'll get to that in a second. Blessings around the corner, keep going. And we have create a new morning routine that has you being more productive in your day. And I feel like getting one more card. You can listen to animal spirits. Yeah, wow, you're so, you could be very connected to your guides. Very connected to, you may actually start to see certain animals pop up in your life. You know, when we see a certain animal repeatedly, that's a sign. Listen, okay? You can communicate with animals. We also have the broken card. Now, the broken doesn't mean that you are broken or anything. I just feel with this is that you have broken up with, if we're gonna, it's next to the ego death card. So I am sensing that, remember how I was saying that you may be getting more luxuries in life, okay? Maybe you get given, just say, that $4,000 handbag, designer handbag. With this broken card, it's like, yes, you can still appreciate it and say, hell yeah, I'm having that, yeah. But you're not going to tie your whole value, your whole worth to it. It's not going to be like, oh my God, my value is put in that handbag. Everything is that handbag. You know, you know you're more than the handbag. Okay, you can separate yourself from the handbag, if that makes sense, right? That's what ego death is. It's not over identifying with material things. And I kind of feel like you've broken that attachment and that kind of way of being. You know, I think there is something definitely deep within yourself that no one can take away from you, like a spiritual connection that you have. Yeah. Blessings around the corner, keep going. Okay, so there's blessings coming, and I'm not surprised in 2020. 5. Lots is coming to you. You're attracting a lot of good things. Create a new morning routine that has you being more productive in your day. So, yeah. This could be, maybe you want to get more done in your day. Maybe you want to experience more in your day, so you need to put a routine in. Okay, so definitely being very much more productive in 2025, but I think it's the kind of productivity that is like, you want to experience a lot. You want to learn a lot. You want a lot from life. You're going to get a lot from life. You're going to be the type of person where it's like, 2025 was that year of adventure, that year of experiencing, oh my God, so many different things. Like, you could be trying different foods from different cultures. It could be having a wide network of different types of friendships and connections. I definitely feel like your network is going to expand, okay? But you're this type of person where you don't have a social circle of people that kind of all sort of are the same, you know? You have friends from all different walks of life, all different ages, all different sort of, you know, different spiritual development. You know, it's just, you are open and you are conscious. And and I think if you're open, you will receive a lot. Okay, my lovely pile number 2, that was your reading. I hope you got something out of that. That was your short general overview of 2025. If you liked my energy or the way that I read, make sure to subscribe. I hope I see you in the next video. All right, now pile number 3. I know that there's shadows because it's getting darker, because it's starting to get into the evening. So you can see that the light, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna experiment with light. Oh, that light looks all right, but you're still gonna get a lot of shadow, maybe not. Let's see. I don't like the shadow, but I'm wondering if the light's gonna be better than, yeah. I think I'm just gonna do that, guys. You're gonna have to deal with the shadow. The cards will cover the shadow, so don't worry about it too much. You chose pile number 3, the abundance card. Now we do have dollar symbols on this, so this could be something about your finances. Maybe your focus is on your finances in 2025. We will have a look. Okay, let's have a look what it says. Let's see. Being a thoughtful steward for the money you already have is the secret to creating more abundance. When you trust yourself to handle more, that's when more shows up. Wow. Okay, so maybe some of you guys, what I'm instantly feeling here, and it was just like 1616 when I saw that, when I'm reading this card. You are going to have a higher bank balance, or you're going to be given a lot more money to deal with, to manage. That's what I'm intuitively feeling. So maybe you end up making 3 times the amount of money that you do now, so you have to learn to manage that. There does come a responsibility with the more money that you make. And I think Spirit is highlighting here that you could have abundance, but be prepared to be able to manage that amount of money that you're getting. So you're leveling up with your finances big time, but also being aware that maybe you have a responsibility. How are you going to manage this large amount of money that's coming in 2025, or this increase of finances? Are you going to use it constructively? Are you going to be able to manage it properly? Yeah. All right. So you're going to have to figure that out in 2025. There also could be some lessons around money as well. So maybe you end up making a lot of money, but then you spend it all frivolously, and that's the lesson. It's like, oh, I don't want to do that again. Or, hey, where did all that money go? So money lessons for 2025 as well, okay? Especially if you haven't learned any lessons around money. Okay, so let's put that there, my lovelies. We are looking at just your overall theme, the most important messages that Spirit wants to bring through for your 2025. I will be doing a full detailed lengthy video 2025 later in the year. Okay, so if you want that video, make sure to be subscribed. I just wanted to do like an overview, short, sort of, well, it's not really short, but you know, main things, main messages that Spirit wants to share. And I definitely feel like it's money. Spirit wouldn't guide you to choose the $ card if you weren't focused on money or there's something going on in your finances. So I'm going to be, let me tap in and channel, take the channels. If they resonate, leave them. If they don't, okay? I'm going to tap in and see what's coming through for your pile. I'm going to see if I can get, some of you guys are Pisces, just because I saw a mermaid, or you could have Pisces in your chart. I just feel like that. I feel that very, very strongly. Yeah, so Spirit is instantly saying you're going to be making some tough decisions about your finances. And just to know that you can make them and you have the ability to be in the power chair. Like, don't let other people make decisions about your finances. You're definitely capable. I just get this energy of like, oh, that's too much. I'll just get someone to take care of it. Or I will let others make decisions for me. Spirit is saying you're totally capable of making decisions around your finances. At 2025, you are, okay? Don't, it doesn't mean don't get support or don't get like help if you need it, but make sure that you're making the decisions at the end of the day about your money. Okay. All right, what else is coming through? Yeah, I just had freedom. So freedom. So maybe you end up making enough money that allows you to have more freedom. So freedom for me would associate with maybe you end up, just say you have 2 jobs. This is the most common one where we have a traditional 9-to-5 job and then we are doing on the side what we really love, our passion, and we're trying to focus with that passion to become our full-time job or to make more money with our passion, our side project, you know, our hobby, our whatever we want, whatever is our purpose. Whatever it is that we enjoy. There's definitely an element here of making money through what you enjoy. Not through, you know, this isn't the money through the work that is like, oh, I gotta work 80-hour weeks or 80 hours. You know, like you are making money smartly over dedicated effort, but nothing extreme where you're like, oh, I'm burnt out, I'm tired. No. And if you're in a job right now where you feel like, oh, I'm making lots of money, but I got to work my ass off and it's not entirely what I would want to be doing, but, you know, I know that I can make a lot of money. I feel like you're going to have some sort of wake-up call where it's like, this isn't about making money and you're burnt out. This is about enjoying money and making it work for you. There's definitely the stigma here, I feel, of I'm a slave to money. No, you're not here. 2025, you're solving your money problems, your money karma is what I'm sensing here. Okay. And you're making more money and you're making money work for you. I can't wait to have a look at the cards. Let me just turn it over. You can't really see. I get a lot more than this, so sure. The birds are just screeching out there. It is the evening and they all like to come out and have a chat when I do the readings. Can you hear them? And my doors are shut. Oh. All right. Okay, let's have a look. You got Chiron with the money card. They have faced up. So that means that those 2 cards want to be seen. Chiron is healing. You're healing your finances 2025. Basically in a nutshell, okay? Amazing. If you feel like you don't have enough money, you'll find a way to grow your money, a way to work out any financial issues that you're having. You're going to have more than enough. More than enough is what I'm feeling. But it all comes down to your attitude. I really feel like that. Do you feel like you can manage large amount of money? Do you feel like you can, do you feel rich? Do you feel rich? There's something about really your mindset with money changing. It's changing. Okay, I'm gonna turn over your cards. I'm gonna turn all of them over. And then we're going to get to it. 2025, Spirit, 2025. All right. We have the Deceit card, the Slave, the 2 of Swords. Guys, I read them all together, so don't worry about this Deceit card. We have Emotional Healing, Mother Mary. We have Volatility Volcano. This card came up in a reading recently of mine. One of my favorite cards, actually. And I'll tell you why in a minute. We have reevaluate, I can't even say it. Reevaluate your priorities. Your money priorities. Oh, actually, I'm getting a channel for this. Okay, I gotta be careful because when I read the cards deeply, the channels come through and sometimes I can't say it all, right? There's just so much. Sometimes I wish I could slow down the channels. Okay. Slow it down, Spirit. Come on. I'm not a person that can talk really, really quickly and get all your messages like crazy. So, where do I want to start? Okay, this little, I don't know if it's a cicada or cricket, it's really standing out to me. Two of Swords. Two of Swords is, if you ever get two in a tarot, it's, you know, it's balancing, it's having to really pay attention to something that is, I feel like, a little bit unstable in your life. Now, I don't get this sense of instability here when I look at it. So I'm feeling as if you look at this. When I look at this, can you see that this looks like a cross? I feel like you're marking, what is it? You're crossing your T. How do they say it? You're crossing your T's, and there's an expression. You know, you're fixing up things in your life. But there are small issues in your life. Okay, let's say maybe they are things to do with your finances. So an example would be maybe you are really paying attention to what you're spending and you're deciding to cut back on maybe some frivolous spending in order to, I feel like in order maybe to save. Some of you guys are just getting serious with your finances. So if you don't even know what saving is, or you don't even really pay attention to saving, that's coming in 2025. Now, the reason I'm saying that you are focusing on little details when it comes to your money and how you spend it is because that's really going to make you conscious of being in control of your finances and having more of a, how would I say it, more control over your finances. You're making your finances work for you, basically. And when you're doing that, you're going to see results. So I'm also sensing here, if you're paying off your debts properly, this is giving me a Saturn vibe. Like, it's like Saturn speaking through this card. Like, if you do the right thing with your finances, I'm going to give you a huge huge payout or a huge reward. So make sure you're using your finances properly. Make sure you're not sort of ripping anyone off. Make sure you're not, being quite deceptive, especially here with your finances. Make sure you're doing the right thing. You know, make sure you're paying your rent on time. I just get this sense of like, that's what's going to happen in 2025. And you're going to see good karma, you know. Also, if you're generous with your finances, what you give is what you get back. But with the Two of Swords tied with the reevaluate your priorities, there could just be a big shift in the way you spend your money and in the way that you see your money. So maybe some of you guys were like, you know, I don't believe I'm going to be wealthy. I don't believe I can have money. I don't believe this, like all these beliefs that are just absolutely rubbish. Maybe you've been conditioned to believe those beliefs, but 2025, you are actually being more conscious with your relationship with money. It's like, hey, I want to be the first millionaire in my family. Now that can be a quite out there belief. It could be like, it can sound unrealistic, and it can sound as if, you know, it's really hard to reach. But this is how big Spirit wants you to get with your finances. Like, Spirit wants you to dream big with your finances. And I think this is all part of your healing as well. It's kind of giving me that life path 8. I don't know if anyone here has understands numerology. Life path 8s. Yes, they're usually the sign of like, oh my God, they're automatically gonna make lots of money. Everyone's always like, it's, you know how it's 8's like a lucky number for money and wealth. It typically gets that reputation, but it's not really. It's basically the number of karma. So basically, if you are handling your finances well, if you have a healthy relationship with your finances, Yes, you have the ability to multiply your finances so much, right? If you don't, that can backfire. You could be in complete debt. You could have to constantly struggle financially. So the 8, Spirit is giving me this as an example. Like, you have to dream big. Spirit keeps telling me that. Maybe you don't believe that you can be the first millionaire in your family, but Spirit is saying, yes, you can. You just got to change a few things. You just got to, tie up a few loose ends, or you just have to stop borrowing money, or not borrowing money. Maybe some of you guys are borrowing money. Maybe you're borrowing a bit too much than you can actually pay back. Maybe that's the case. But what I meant to say was you got to stop lending money to people that aren't going to pay it back, or being around people that have poor mentality when it comes to their finances. Like, that's why the rich keep getting richer, because they hang around rich people. Okay, so evaluate your relationship with money. That's happening in 2025 so that you can multiply your income. But I'm also getting not work harder, work smarter. Look, Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide. Will provide if you are not being deceived. If you are not being manipulated by people. She looks very worried. She looks as if, if we're putting it in the theme of money, I sense, with the Buffalo Spirit, maybe she feels as if the universe doesn't have her back. It feels as if, she's always struggling financially. And that's sort of a betrayal to yourself, because, the universe is there to provide to you, but you need to understand that Spirit will match your energy. That's how energy works. So the Spirit wants the best for you and your finances. And I know it's tough these days. I really do know it's tough. It's freaking hard. To the cost of living and just the demand of having to put a lot of effort in to make enough these days. I have noticed that people put a lot on their plate. They scatter their energies, and it doesn't really help with increasing income. And I know if you've got to survive, do what you got to do, okay? But there's something here about you could have more than you currently have. And how can you get on that frequency? And how can you channel your focus into something here that will make you a lot of money? I do feel here, look at this, surrendering your power and choice to the divine with complete trust. There's something, yes, you got to trust, okay? You got to trust the universe. You really do. You got to trust that you can have money. You got to trust that there is enough for you. Spirit is giving me the example of I want to make a lot of money. Just say some of you want to make a lot of money in this industry. You want to make a lot of money doing this, that, whatever it is. It'll be different for all of you. And some of you are like, there's already so many people doing that, or there's not enough room for me, or it's going to take too long, or the algorithm's really shit if you're trying to make money through social media, because that is one of the biggest ways people do it these days. Stop finding excuses and start believing that it's possible. Because once you believe that anything is possible, you'll start to believe and see the impossible actually happen. It's crazy. Like I was telling Pile 2 that I was putting out some intentions without much, thinking or thought or too much, resistance, with full faith. Let's just say full faith and belief that it's going to happen. And I am so amazed with the amount of faith that I have. What happens? It feels like a miracle. It feels like a freaking miracle. So you have the ability to magnify your finances. Also with the Chiron, I forgot to tell you that you could be healers. You could make money through healing others, through teaching others. We have the volcano, which is the volatility card. It's usually an eruption that happens. It's with the Mother Mary, which is an emotional, I feel like this could be emotional eruption, okay? So how are your emotions with money? Healing your emotions with money. Spirit's giving me this example of focusing on how you speak about money, like the tone of your voice, like the emotions that you associate. So just say okay, this is what possibly you could work on, guys. Instead of saying yes, you say I'm gonna be rich. You say I am going to be rich. Like there's this way of saying it that matters, like amplifying the emotion. Like usually the fertility card would be like, ooh, you know, you better be careful before things start to explode, you know. An example of this would be like, you know, you're just suppressing so much that one day you can't keep it all in, and then it just like erupts and it's destruction everywhere. I don't get it from this card. It's giving me this emphasis yeah, like I said, the tone of your voice or your belief, like it's more of how you connect to the divine, how you trust the divine. So what's another example, Spirit? If you're writing some affirmations when it comes to money, you know, you need to feel it. You need to feel, okay, it's giving me this emphasis on passion. Like, passion. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. All right, pile number 3. Let's get your intuitive messages. Actually, I think I'm going to get you guys some advice cards. Let's get you some advice cards from Spirit. Correct your mistakes. Correct your money mistakes, right? Or it doesn't even have to be mistakes. It's just more about what do you want. Focusing on what you want with your money. Maybe you're focusing more on the lack and not the abundance, because you do have the abundance card there. Okay, so maybe, yeah, wow. Maybe it's just getting your ducks in a row when it comes to your finances. Also, if you do feel any sort of like, ooh, I'm doing something that I know I shouldn't be doing in terms of money, like don't do any get rich schemes. That's not going to work. That's going to backfire. Okay, so make sure that your money is built on something grounded and real and authentic and truthful and has a greater purpose. Okay, money is a frequency, and you got to keep that frequency clean. Okay, clean frequency. Wow, we don't want to make more problems, and I don't think you are going to make more problems. I think you're just going to be more aware of, you know, if you were to decide to handle your finances in this way, it could go completely in a really horrible way. So you'll just be more aware, more conscious and understanding and deliberate with your finances. Wake up call with your finances. Yeah, some of you guys may, I'm going to be honest. I think I said that, where maybe you end up having nothing. You lose your money. And then it's like a big wake up call of, hey, I'm never gonna let that happen again. And then you end up building what you lost and 20 times more. There is an urgency to pay attention to your finances in 2025. There's an urgency, okay? And yeah, big wake up call. But that wake up call, yeah, it proves to pay off really well with your money. And we have addressed your addictions. Interesting. So some of you guys could be spending money on addictions that aren't healthy for you. So you could have I just heard, okay, maybe I'm just getting some, a bit different for all of you. Maybe you have a shopping addiction, or you have I just heard going and buying games or something. And I'm not here to tell you what to spend your money on. There's just this thing about where the addiction is coming in. It's more of like, how has money got a hold of you? You know, are you in control of it? Like, yeah, buy a lot of clothes if it's like, if you're in control of that. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like, are you buying clothes to make you feel better? Or are you buying clothes to fill a void in yourself? Like, that's what it means by address your addictions. So it's like, I'm buying clothes so I don't have to deal with the deeper issue happening within my heart space. That's what it means. So Spirit is smart. Like, Spirit wants you to, it doesn't want you to use money in that way. Any dependency on money, like gambling. You'll know if you have some sort of I'm careful with the word addiction, because what Spirit is saying is, how has money got a hold of you? How is money controlling you? You need to get in control of your money in 2025, and that's what you're doing. You know, it's like these days, what do? You just tap our bank card. We don't deal with money anymore, like hard cash, as much. So it's hard to just know where your money is going, isn't it? Like, you just tap away, tap, 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 tap. And then you realize, oh, where did that money go? It's all gone. So there's just something about being more aware of how you're spending, why you're spending. Yeah, because it all matters. It all matters. So my lovely pile number 3s, let's get some intuitive messages. So we'll see what's coming in 2025. Definitely more money, definitely a better relationship with money. And also, I think there's this element of like being able to make more so that you can give back, so that you can be generous, okay? Oh my God, I just got ringing in my ear. So yeah, Spirit's going to give you a lot of money so that you can, help others. Use that money to help others in some way, okay? Not just yourself. You are not stuck. There are many options. Open your heart and feel the right one, So if you're feeling currently right now that you're not where you want to be financially, you're healing that next year. You're doing the work. You're getting unstuck. We have no more lying to yourself. Wow, Spirit is being blunt with you guys. No more lying to yourself. Are you trying to deny something isn't happening or isn't a problem? You're getting to the truth of matters. Even just accepting that that's not how I want things to be is the first step. We have you find out a person's true colors. Wow. Maybe someone is, something to do with your finances, or, this doesn't even have to be with your finances. You'll be finding out someone's true colors. I do get this. Okay, so channel this card. I always pay attention to my channels. So you guys will be, regardless, guys, you'll be making a lot more money. I want you to know that, okay? You're going to fix your problems, your issues with money. People are going to maybe show their true colors when they find out that you have a certain income or that you have leveled up with your finances. It's just how life is. People will treat you so differently given the amount of money in your bank account. Now, I want you to, I think you guys are going to be you're not going to be affected by it so much, but someone's going to be, how do I say it? It's just going to feel sleazy. It's going to feel as if like they're faking. You'll feel it, okay? Some connection in your life, someone may want to hang out with you a lot more because they know you have more money, whereas when you didn't have that much money, they didn't care about you. Gives me that vibe, okay? We have lies. So there's a lot of lies coming through here. I think it's just like, the lies is telling me that you don't believe you can be, okay, Spirit keeps bringing back to millionaire. I don't know if some of you guys want to be a millionaire, if you want to have a lot of money. Spirit keeps bringing me through that. no more lying to yourself is giving me. Like, don't lie to yourself that you don't think you can have enough. You can have more than enough. You can be the first millionaire in your family. You can have the amount of money that you want. You can. Don't tell yourself these lies. You need to work through these lies. And also with the addiction, it could just be your thought process, the way you speak about money. Let's see. Soulmate connection. Wow, there's could be a I'll get one more card, but the soulmate connection can mean two things. It could be you do meet your soulmate, or you're with your soulmate. They play a big role in your life. Someone could be coming in that's your soulmate, but soulmate also, you could be with your soulmate right now and they have a very big impact or influence on your life. But I'm also feeling the soulmate is something that you connect with on a soul level. So it doesn't have to be a person. It could be maybe there's something that you do. Remember how I was saying that you're going to make your money while enjoying yourself? Maybe you find something that you really enjoy and you learn how to monetize that. How to make that your full-time job. That could definitely be something in terms of this soulmate connection. Maybe the soulmate connection is also about like how to have a great connection with money. How to make money work for you. How to be in control of your finances. Also, have careful. Yeah. You're going to be more careful with your finances, right? You will. All right? My lovely pile number 3. What an amazing reading. I really actually enjoyed your energy. So that's the end of your reading. If you liked my energy and the style of my reading and the way I read, make sure to subscribe so that I can see you in my other videos, and especially the detailed 2025 video. Okay, pile number 4. I'm with you guys. I was drawn to this. So yeah, let's see what is like the main themes, or what's the main messages that Spirit wants to share with you. What's the overview? What does Spirit want to bring through that you need to know most significantly about 2025? Okay, I'll do a detailed 2025 reading later on in the year, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't for that video, but let's just get like a general overview. So yeah, Spirit will be highlighting the most important thing that you could possibly be experiencing or that will come up in 2025. So we have passion. Wow, we have a love heart here. We have it basically on fire. So something could be lighting you up in 2025. You could be very passionate about something. You could be coming, I just feel like a lot more energy, having a lot more energy in 2025. There's so much I could say about this card, but I want to turn it over and read it. Light up your life by honoring your deepest desires. Wow. So yeah, I just heard you're going to be desirable is what I heard instantly. But you could desire. You could have your desires met in 2025, or a particular desire. There's so much here. Like, I feel like this card holds like so much I could channel, but I just don't have the time. I want to get all the cards. But nonetheless, you are on fire in 2025. You are like I just feel like if you feel lethargic or uninspired or very complacent or just tired, that is shifting in 2025. There could be something new that you experience that really lights your fire, whether that's a person, an experience. I just even heard reaching a goal. Something makes you feel warm within the heart region. Like you feel, I also sense that you're giving the passion. You are radiating passion. There's so much here I could say about it. The last channel I'll say is that people are seeing a different side of you. I just feel as if this is a new side of you. If you're already a passionate person, I sense that this passion, you're going to start to see the ripple effects that your passion has caused. So if you're very passionate about a certain set of beliefs, or if you're really passionate about, like, it's just giving me conviction. Like, you're really passionate about something and you want to see some change in the world, or you want to see something I just heard igniting and creating. Yeah. Change. You want to see some change in your life, and it happens. It could be within your immediate environment. It could be, at large in the world. You want to make a difference as well. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's get some cards. I'm going to keep going. Also, regardless, I didn't even say this, with the love heart, you could be in like a passionate connection, or having a passionate affair, or having a passionate, just your love life could be very passionate. And the fact that I turned over Jupiter, and I didn't mean to turn over the cards, I usually just let them fly out, and I turned over Jupiter, so that's interesting. We'll get to that in a second. Let me just tap in and see what I can channel. All right, I think your reading is going to be short and sweet. Okay. Whoa, I got 2 for you guys. They're all facing up. So usually when the cards are facing up, I kind of feel like you're already slowly entering this energy just before 2025. And I think 2025 is, I think you're already kind of coming into this energy, this passionate, fiery energy. I mean, you could also be a fire sign. Just reminds me of Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but you don't have to be. But it's that kind of energy where you're just like, you're just so, I'm getting this loud energy. You're going to be loud. You're just going to be unafraid to be yourself. You're going to be very expressive as well. So get ready to express yourself, your thoughts, your beliefs, what you want in the world, you're just going to be like, if you don't like what I have to say, I don't care. I'm going to say it anyway. So, wow. You are definitely I just got this, oh, wow. Your energy is really, really like, it's intense, but in a good way. You'll be achieving a lot in 2025, because when you're passionate about something, you'll go to great lengths to make it happen. So I think that there is going to be some changes in your life. Something is going to ignite from within, and it's just going to cause change. It's going to cause change. And I want to see kind of maybe a particular area. I also feel like you want to have more fulfilling and meaningful connections and experiences in 2025. So this is definitely not a year of feeling bored and doing the same thing over and over again. So you could be being more bold and taking risks. You could be trying new things. You could be, if there is a passion of yours and you're not acting on it, you will act on it. Okay, there'll be something within you that will be like, I can't deny it anymore. This is something that I'm passionate about, and I'm going to put my all into it. Very creative energy coming through, I feel, as well. You have the ability to create something from nothing in this energy. I'm also feeling like this is about creating an ideal life, a future, like a lifestyle that you want. This could also be like definitely changing the way that you look. And I don't mean, I guess, it could be your style. It could be having a different way of expressing yourself aesthetically. Okay, that's coming through here as well. But definitely expressing yourself creatively. Just giving me, I'm just getting this like creative way of living. So, it's very arty and creative. Like the way you live is like a painting, if that makes sense. I also feel like you're going to be very infectious. Your energy is infectious, especially with that passion card. You might ignite people's passions in 2025 just because of the way you are and your energy. Like, you have a lot of energy in 2025. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know if you're working out. I don't know if you've gone through a lot of healing, that you now have released a lot of maybe blocks or resistance, or could even be healing trauma, that now you have freed up your energy body, and you just feel as if you are a new being. Kind of gives me that vibe. So I'm also getting this energy pile number 4 of a new era or a new time or phase in your life, transition in your life. Let's turn over all the cards for you, because I'm really feeling very high strung in your energy. So like a lot of energy. So just make sure that you're able to channel this energy into productive pursuits, or into things that you love, into things that matter. Because if you're scattering it and using all this passion and energy into things that are not so much take your interest or what you value, then that could sort of burn you out. So I'm sensing that the more that you channel your energy into things that you love, that inspire you, the more energy you're going to have. And if you don't, you could definitely, your energy can get restless, and I can kind of sense that. So you're going to be flying. You've got Jupiter there. Jupiter is the energy of I just felt expansion. So things are expanding. It's also the planet of luck. But it says confidence, courage, self-belief. So you are going to have more confidence in yourself, in your endeavors. We do have a personal or professional achievement here. So yes, I really want to I want to dive deep into the details of the cards, but I know that my freaking camera is going to die very soon. And I don't want to cut this video halfway through a video. So I'm trying to really deliver your messages succinctly, but there's always a reason for everything. I think you, pile number 4, are going to reach a level of personal achievement. So it's just kind of giving me I got this vision of, this is one of my cards, it's not here, but it's like you crossed the finish line, you finished something, you've completed something. Like, it's this cheetah that's running, and you know, he's won the race, he's crossed the finish line. So I'm wondering if there is some sort of achievement here, professionally or personally. You know, personal, maybe you've set a personal goal, or you've set a personal best and you've reached it. I definitely feel like if some of you guys want to reach a certain, so let's say Spirit is giving me this example of numbers. Like, if you want to, you know, reach 100,000 subscribers, or you want to, you know, build an audience, I just feel like that's going to happen. Like, I'm getting like numbers building up. I also feel like here with this card, this is a beautiful person looking through a telescope. He has found something. He has found something unique. Like, there's a unique way of seeing something. You have a unique way of seeing the world. And I think there is something there that you can offer to other people that will help you. Like, you have a personal, like a different way. Like, you're a little bit unique in the way that you kind of create success in your life. We have the 8th house, which is intimacy. So we've got, this is really interesting. This could be something to do with 8th house. It always makes me feel like inheritance, something to do with investments. If you're in a relationship, it could be something to do with your partner. So an example would be like, if you decide to get married, you move into maybe your partner's house. Like, there's something with your partner's assets that then become joint and that are part of yours. That could be something here. Regardless, it's the 8th house is something that's hidden as well. It's something there's secrets, mysteries, obsessions. I feel like maybe there's some sort of passion that is like, you know, there's a little bit unusual. Like Like take tarot or take any sort of divination interest. It is a little bit like hidden 8th house. It's something that is kind of a little bit taboo. There could be something here. There's something that interests you, that's passion. There's a little bit, yeah, it's how do I say it? It's unusual. Yeah. There's also could be some sort of desire that you have that you maybe kind of keep on the down low, because 8th house hidden, people can't really see it. So maybe you have this secret little passion that you develop and you're not really showing everyone, but then you sort of maybe come out in the open about it. I don't know, something like that. But the king, enlighten, yeah, like the leadership. This is being in charge. It does give me like this energy of professional achievement. Your status could be growing. This is definitely a rise of success. King is kind of giving me like a boss vibe. So maybe some of you guys are going to be your own boss, self-employed. Kind of gives me emperor vibes. We have expand your consciousness. Wow. We have great gratitude. I'm going to turn them all over. We have the vast vistas. What an amazing card. Oh my goodness. And then we have butterfly spirit. Transformation is beautiful. So I did say in the channeling, a big change is coming. Big change is coming. I want to say that it's one area of your life, but I kind of feel like it's many areas of your life. But Trickster card is transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. It's kind of tied to the 8th house. It's kind of tied to some sort of like, you have maybe a niche or an interest or something, something unusual. I just feel it's unusual. Okay, guys, it's just, if it's not, you have an unusual approach or way of expressing yourself that leads to great success. Like there's something very, very, very unique about you. I keep looking at the butterfly. It's crazy. This card here, guys, this is so nice. These two cards are similar. This card is about like, there's some, I feel here that your potential is endless. There is room for you to breathe. You just feel free. You feel like you maybe have room to work on your hobbies or work on your passion. There is something here where there's flexibility. There's like, you're not crammed down in a box, so you don't have much pressure put on you. There's expansiveness here. There is room for you to fly. There's room for you to reach higher levels of your potential, basically. And I think maybe in 2025, you reach a level. You actually reach a level that you've never reached before. And I kind of, it does give me a personal best, guys. If you know what a personal best is like, you know, you say, I'm going to be able to do 100 sit-ups in, I don't know, a month or something. You're going to get to that, and it doesn't hurt you. There's a personal best that you put on yourself, and you reach that, and you're so amazed by yourself that, okay, another example would be like, you want to reach 100,000 subscribers, you do that. There is a personal best that you are doing. I want to give you more examples, but I'm like, there's so many different possibilities. We also have the gratitude card. This is beautiful because I always kind of feel like birds represent messages. You could be receiving, I feel here for some reason, news or actual messages, like text messages, or I just heard Facebook messages. I just heard messages. Birds are messages, right? So my brain went to literal messages. Usually it means messages from spirit. You could be, but it's just giving me like people are sending you messages. Or you're getting like notifications, that kind of vibe. Wow, pile number 4. Let's get a few more messages. Your kind of reading is a little bit like, I can't really specifically narrow it down. There's going to be a lot going on, but it's varied. Like, I wanted to get the most important information for you for 2025, but I think it just comes down to how passionate you are and what lights you on fire is going to be the determinant of your success. So focusing on what does get you passionate, because that is where your success is. That is where you're going to find your luck. I also feel here there could be, something in particular that's igniting your passion. What else? But it does kind of feel like I can't narrow it down. It feels so open and expansive, and like anything is possible. Like, honestly, with Jupiter, I can't narrow it down. Just know that you can have whatever it is that you want, but it is by following your truth, your uniqueness, and your authenticity, for sure. You're probably the most unique pile out of all the piles. Everyone's unique, guys. If you really look deeply, and you really, I mean, it all depends on yourself, right? If you feel like you're unique, you're going to find that uniqueness with others. But there's something unusual about you, like something that could even be the way that you dress, the way that you deliver, the way that something that you're passionate about is quite unusual. It's just something. It's great, guys. It's great. It's kind of giving me genius vibes. I don't know. I just get like genius vibes. Maybe you have a genius idea that just so passionate about, or that you come up with and you act on it, and it just takes off. Maybe you decide to write a book, and then it just suddenly takes off, becomes a bestseller. There's some great idea as well, some great discovery. We also have Jupiter again. Can you believe that? You have Jupiter twice. Expansion. And I just said that. Your energy is so expansive. Enthusiasm, optimism. What are you enthusiastic about? You're going to be so... It's such a nice energy. I like Jupiter. I think everyone likes Jupiter. But you have it twice. Luck is coming. I'm trying to think. It's like you got the dice here, so it's like maybe take a gamble and it will pay off. Like if there's something you're a little bit hesitant about doing, do it, because I think it's gonna pay off, guys. Did I give you a tarot card? I didn't even give you a tarot card. Let's get a tarot card and then we'll get you some intuitive messages. It's really interesting to see your detailed reading when I do the detailed general reading of, well, not general, it'll be more extensive of your 2025. It'll be interesting to see yours. You have the 5 of Cups. Okay, let's get you one more. I know what that 5 of Cups is about. Then got the 8 of Cups. Interesting. Okay. 5 of Cups is a energy of, I would say sadness. Look at this bird. She can see that her baby eggs have cracked on the floor. She's lost 3 eggs. That would be devastating, right? That would just be so painful. What a Spirit is saying here is that, especially with the 8 of Cups, is that there is something that has happened in your life that I feel like it could have been painful, it could have been sad, it could have been awful. But what it's done is it's made you realize how precious your life is in some way, or how short your life is, or like it's just given me like this tragedy or some sort of loss in your life has actually ignited your passion in some way. Maybe you're coming out of this. Remember how I said something about like you have, maybe it was the last group, but Spirit's bringing it through for you, but you have sort of healed certain parts of yourself, okay? I feel that this passion, this success, this joy is coming from a place where you nearly were destroyed, but that's such a really, that's a bit of an emphasis of a word, destroyed. It sounds quite full on. But the best way I can say is that after a time of sadness and feeling as if you've lost something in your life, there's this new sense of energy. There's this new sense of like, hey, you know, I'm going to go after something, or I'm going to make, okay. So an example would be if you've had some grief or an ending in your life, say a relationship ending, there's a time of sadness and sorrow and introspection and like having to just deal with those emotions and what's happened. But then after that, the aftermath, after you're ready to take your foot off the brake and accelerate into this new phase of your life. Okay, that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. So it's like maybe you've gone through some time where it's been quite difficult, but you're feeling the desire again. You're feeling the passion again after maybe feeling as if you couldn't because of the experiences that you've gone through that were quite sad, you know? I mean, that she's lost 3 babies, like far out. That's, how can you be passionate, fiery, and just, you know, the only reason that I can see that is like, you know, I'm passionate about making a difference to protect, I don't know, how do I say it? Like maybe she's really, really passionate about those 2 eggs, like puts all her energies in being the best mama bird that she can be for those 2 babies, where she's lost 3 babies. Whereas maybe if she had all her babies here, she wouldn't be able to, I don't know, there's just a new energy coming from that bird. And it's because she's gone through something terrible and she doesn't want to make that same mistake. She doesn't want to have, maybe she's so protective of her eggs and she wants the best for her eggs and she just wants more for those 2 eggs. And maybe that wouldn't have happened if this tragedy happened. I know that sounds awful, but there's just something that kind of wakes you up that you've gone through. 8 of Cups. Love it. More tadpoles. Like, I feel like they're the babies. But this is interesting. This is like the transformation that you're going through. Like, tadpoles turn into frog. Like, there's this change that's happening in your life. You're evolving. It's really beautiful. Okay, let's get your intuitive messages before we finish your reading. My lovely pile number 4s. So these are just intuitive messages, anything, you know, general that we want to talk about, anything that's going on. All right, we have let the anxiety pass, find a safe place, real or imagined, to take refuge. Anxiety is unawareness requiring, meaning maybe you've worked through certain anxiety, okay? You've transcended anxiety. We have clairsentient, which is like, maybe you're very sensitive to energies. You can read energies. Your energy, like I said, you're getting an energy boost. You're going to be like on fire, guys. Make sure you channel that energy productively. There are secrets being hidden from you. Soon you'll find out something that's important that you need to know. Trust issues may be present. Interesting. Something will be revealed to you. Interesting with the 8th house. Maybe within your relationship, something will be revealed to you. We have do something creative. You have a talent. Oh my God. We're talking about creativity, passions, personal bests. You have a talent. I think you have something unique. And then we also have, how can you make more money? So there could be this emphasis on you making more money from your talent, from your passion, whatever you're passionate about, right? My lovely pile number 4s, that was your reading. I hope something resonated. Feel free to subscribe if you like my energy and my style of reading, so that I can see you in another reading.